Welcome to Arcas Radio, the podcast by Open Space Foundation. I am Maria Ventura. I will be your host on today's podcast. On the second episode of our podcast, we will talk about a really important issue these days. The climate change will be our special guest today. Before going ahead with what we have prepared for you today, let me introduce you my partners, Tim Louet from France and Alberto Redichieri from Italy. During last month, climate change has been a hot topic all around the world. Our personal concern is the reason why we want you to realize about the real situation in Bulgaria and the people's most important worries related with climate change. We'll hear a wide variety of voices here today, but most of them will be from young people living in Bulgaria. Sometimes their voices don't find a place where to be listened to. Today, in Arcas Radio, they will show us that we have more than a reason why we should listen to them more often. Let's start with Arcas Radio. Climate Change Spotlight on Bulgaria.
Why would you fight for love when nobody cares? When everybody wants dirty affairs, and the world is not sincere for me. I pray it's getting hot, no friends around. Believe me when we lie, love is falling apart. Stop the devil watching over me. Let's penetrate their deep. It got my skin, my belief. It's getting hot, no friends around. Believe me when we lie, love is falling apart. Love is a shell, my darling. It's getting hot. Look at this body, this perfect body. Do you think that magazines will always be right? We're deceived by their beliefs, and we have forgotten how to act right. You can fix it, just admit it. You're imprisoned, try to be free. It's getting hot with no friends around. Believe me when we lie, love is falling apart. Love is a shell, my darling. It's getting hot with no love around.
As we know, climate change is a topic that concerns a big amount of the worldwide population. Like other European capitals, Sofia has been the stage of many demonstrations claiming actions in favor of the environment. My colleagues Tim Louet and Alberto Redichieri have attended one of these protests where new environmental-friendly policies were demanded. To know more about all these actions, we'll listen to Dimitar Vosilov, member of the political party Democracy Bulgaria, a liberal party that supports these actions against environmental change.
So what's your name?
My name is Dimiter Bujou.
And your party, how would you translate it to English, the name?
It's Democratic Bulgaria, but it's a coalition from 3 parties.
Okay.
So we're running for the elections
Right.
now for the European Parliament.
And the coalition is between which 3 parties?
Between Democrat for Strong Bulgaria, between the party Yes Bulgaria and the Greens.
Okay. And what's the weighting of the coalition?
Well, we're equal.
All
in
equal?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a coalition, and right now we're running our campaign.
And so you're not associated with the climate manifestation here, or
with this manifestation precisely? No, it's a coincidence. But
Right.
actually, we have our politics which are concerning the environment, and having in mind that one of our partners, the Greens, are very, very popular, and they have a lot of common with this. With this sphere, yes, we have a lot of common themes.
Okay. And so, what's your opinion about climate change and what should be done?
Well, it's a fact. It's a fact, and it's up to the society and all of us to have these changes done. Because obviously things are not going so far good. So it's up to us.
And in Bulgaria at the moment, is the government doing anything about climate change? Are there any policies?
No, actually, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Mainly, the government is concerning about private interests and that kind of stuff, and the environment is left to the people.
So it's on the streets.
Once again, it's up to us. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so, in terms of the predictions of the results for the elections of the European Parliament in Bulgaria, what's your party's outlook? How many seats do you think?
2, 1 or 2.
2. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think there'll be a big voter turnout in Bulgaria for these elections, or?
Well, we should see. Mainly the 2 bigger parties, the ruling party and the opposition, will be the leading parties. But we have our chances. So.
Okay. And also like the electorate, the people. Do you think they will come to vote in the majority, or?
Една секунда, сега извинявайте. Well,
or is it like a popular?
Actually, it's concerning that it's European elections. We don't have much of the Bulgarians voting at that type of elections. So maybe 17% from the population, something like that.
Okay, so it's quite low.
Yeah, it's low, but in the most countries in the European Union, it's low level.
Okay.
Election intensity.
Okay. And what do you think about the protest today?
I think it's okay. It's okay. We have to keep the people informed and aware of the problem. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
There should be more of those manifestations.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Have a good day.
Algú ja riu i surt el sol i ja badalla i es pateguen els balcons de flors i sona un vals a les valls adormides mentre trafico el meu enyor que és polissó de valls i viles caduc. Els ulls, mal temps i fred que l'he somiat amb tu. Un viatge llarg, he robat a un circ sencer tota la màgia per regalar-te. He assaltat 200.000 trens per fugir amb tu. De matinada he seguit tots els camins i he traficat amb l'enyorança 1000 desitjos infinits sota la pell. La nit descansa. Vola, vola, vola. Que tot m'ho he endut de caminar illes perdudes, països països inversemblants he despedit boscos, follets i fades. S'han apagat 1001 nits darrere l'aigua clara i no hi ha sol. L'he segrestat, tantes vegades pot morir ell com néixer del mar. I jo em vull viu i tornaré a buscar-te, que tinc un món entre les mans aquesta nit per regalar-te. Caduc els ulls, mal temps i fred, que l'he somiat amb tu. Un viatge llarg, he robat a un circ sencer tota la màgia per regalar-te. He assaltat 200.000 trens per fugir amb tu. De matinada he seguit tots els camins i he traficat amb l'enyorança 1000 desitjos infinits sota la pell. T'he dut tot el que tinc, tot el que duc a dins, el que he tret del camí, tot el que el temps m'ha dit i tu tens tota la màgia. D'on l'has tret? Quin és el secret? Torna'm-la quan no hi ets, la trobo a faltar. On estan els 40 lladres? T'he dut tot el que tinc, tot el que duc a dins, el que he tret del camí, tot el que el temps m'ha dit i tu tens tota la màgia. D'on l'has tret? Quin és el secret? Torna'm-la quan no hi ets, la trobo a faltar. On estan, oh no, els 40 lladres? Vine, són lluny de la ciutat tots els contes que sé. Vine, camina si vols, de nit marxem.
After listening to what these institutions have to say about climate change in Bulgaria, we are really willing to hear all about Fridays for Future. This worldwide movement against climate change also reached Bulgaria, and we didn't want it to miss it. The people behind this movement in Sofia will give us some clues about it.
And okay, you are part of the people that organized this today. So why do you think it's important here to be here today?
Because it's a movement that needs everybody. Because climate is a global thing, and everybody around the world needs to take part in the movement.
Do you think here in Bulgaria there's a lot of work to do, or maybe the same as in the other countries?
Considerably more work than Western Europe. Because Bulgaria is a few years back, I think. We're moving slow. I don't know why that is. I guess communism has a big part in it. But yeah, we have a lot of work. But we're not giving up. We're just getting started.
Now we'll hear some of the opinions of the assistants to these concentrations taking place every Friday in Sofia. Week after week, they are trying to make people aware of this matter, which seems to concern the young generations that will inhabit the planet in the next decades. But climate change seems to still be away from the spotlight of European politics. Let's hear what they have to say.
I speak with my presence here. Like, I think that the presence of the people It's the most important thing. And the next thing is their acts. They need to think more about the future, more about what will leave to the kids, to the child, and what we will have in, for example, 50 years from now. And if we don't act now, we will have no time later. So now is the time to act and to leave something behind.
Why do you think it's important to be here today?
Well, we really need to demonstrate that climate change is a problem and that the younger generation are willing to fight that problem. And by being here today, we really show that there are people who are interested in helping the world be a cleaner place and helping the environment.
And what do you think we can do
Well, first of all, we need to start using renewable energy and stop using energy sources like coal and so on. I personally also believe in safe nuclear energy because I believe it also has a future. And we really need, the whole world needs to work as one, because even if one part of the world doesn't abide by these laws, there can be a lot of problems, you know. Even if the rest of the world works together, we just need to be as one, and we need to find a way to really unite the world in this.
I think it's important to follow Greta's example because she has proven numerous times that one single person can change a lot of things, and now she's talking to many political representatives, and she's motivating so many people around the world. And personally, this is my first time seeing something like this in Bulgaria and participating more actively. And I think that even if the government does not decide to change anything, the people will get motivated themselves to start doing more environmentally friendly things. So you think it's the people who has to take Yeah, we have to take responsibility for our actions and not just leave this much trash behind and not just waste so much water and waste so many resources. We have to be more conscious, and we have to start making a more positive change in each of our families' lives, pretty much.
So the climate change is actually the biggest problem right now, and it's not only in Bulgaria, but it's all around the world. I mean, that's why what we can do about it is many things. Actually, we can stop using so much plastic. We can try buying, actually not to buy so much microfiber clothes. Also, we can try to walk to work or to school, to use bicycle or whatever. I mean, just not go with the car. And so we can do many things in our everyday life that can change the world.
So you think the first step is to make people aware of these things, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right now many people don't know what that is, or think that because Donald Trump, he says that there is nothing like global warming. Actually, when Obama was the president, the price for a ton of CO2 emissions was $50, and now when Trump is the president, it's only $7 for a ton. Yeah, so it's pretty bad. And we know that USA is the biggest so he's the biggest producer of CO2 emissions. Yeah. And when the people know what the problem is, it's much easier to stop it.
To fight against.
Yeah.
Okay, but it seems like with this politics, things are getting worse and not fair, and we should fight because the time is against us.
Yeah, time is against us. I mean, by 2035, because by 2035 all of the countries should stop using coals, but it is going to be too late. I mean, right now it's too late, and if we don't do anything now, there won't be future for us and anyone else.
Many people are too concerned only about themselves and not about the world surrounding them. They only think about themselves, and it would be really nice if they paid more attention to the world and to the things happening to them and happening to other people, and they should be more open to help other people and to actually change something, because if we are all united and help
I've read here a sign that says that there's no planet B. Do you think people is not aware of that right now?
Yes, I don't think that they're aware of that. Many people don't even know about this strike, don't even care about it, and that's really sad. And
yeah, because where we're here, like, it's a strike, but it's an international strike.
Yes, but many people in our country and worldwide don't care about it. They only care about their work, their money, and what they're doing about themselves and not about the world and the other people and our nature, because our planet is our home and where we actually live. And many people are not realizing that they're destroying it. They don't care about it.
And what do you think we can do to change that?
I think that people shouldn't be... can I just ask? Kali, какие безразличия? Many people should
maybe change their mind or take conscious of the situation.
And don't be so self-concerned and look around them.
It's a big issue.
Okay.
Sometimes it seems like we are blind or something. Yeah.
Many people are. Of course, not every human being on this planet, but many people I know don't care.
Why do you think it's important to be here today?
Well, I think it's time to demonstrate to the leaders and politicians that it's time to make a change, because the system is not what it should be, and for a long time it hasn't changed. So it's sad that students have to show that to them. But yeah, definitely there needs to be a change.
Do you think it's a responsibility of young people to make the people aware of this and fight against it?
It's definitely it shouldn't be the responsibility of young people, but I guess every person has to be responsible about it. And if the leaders aren't taking any responsibility, I guess it's good that we are trying to show them.
And what do you think we can do against the climate change?
There needs to be a lot of changes, like the plastics we use, they all have to be recycled, because in Bulgaria, here we don't do that everywhere. It's like probably 10 or 20% of people do that, so that's awful. Fossil fuels, there needs to be a change regarding that as well. Because we can't have a future if we keep doing the same things we have done in the past, 50 or 60 years.
For the students, I would really love to give that to them as a help to make a bigger project with them, just to know that they are well informed, because the worst problem that I found teaching about this is that they have not enough information. They don't really know how big the problem is. So I've been trying to speak in Spanish, just making exercises about Greta Thunberg, and maybe I think that they are a little bit more concerned, but not enough. And it's quite difficult for them to skip school. I think that a good way to make them know about this is just to that teachers get involved in the problem and tell them how everything is really working in the world, because they have no idea and they are not interested because they think it's not about them. It's something that they will have to be concerned about in the future when they are adults. I think that for them it was surprising to see how many people in other countries are fighting with just the same age they have. And actually, they were very surprised about Greta's age, and I think this made the difference when I spoke about this, because last year I tried almost the same, but it didn't work. They didn't want to talk about this. They didn't search for information, but this year it was different. So I'm very happy that it's step by step, very little by little, but it's changing. And they tried to do an effort to follow the news every day this week. So unfortunately they are not here, but I would like that they did next time.
Do you think climate change should be taught more in the schools, or at least discussed more with the students?
I think we have to talk to them, but before they discuss, they need information, because they don't have them. They are not well provided with information at this moment, and they don't read the news. They just follow memes and internet, so maybe we need climate change more memes. I don't know.
It's a kid.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe yes, but I'm thinking about that. Sorry.
What do you think we can do? Do you think it's the youth time to change this, or it's responsibility of everyone, or
It's everyone. I think it's everyone's responsibility, but at the same time, the movement is now for youth people. So but before we want them in the streets, we need to concern them. So I think all the problem is that in the schools, this has to be more important and like a priority for teaching. And at the moment, I think not. I'm not talking only for my school, but it's not. It's not a priority for teachers. It's not a priority for parents. So adults are the first ones that should be concerned. But at the same time, the key to make it, I think, is in the schools and providing this information, as I said before. Sorry to repeat myself too much.
How many other colleagues, except you, provided this kind of information to their students?
I don't think they are doing it.
The only one in your school to provide information?
Actually, I think they studied a little bit, but not enough. And when now many research are being made, but we don't provide them with new information. Students normally follow the books, and the new information that we have is not in the books, it's in the news. And many teachers, I know that they are teaching and they don't read the newspaper, or maybe they say that they don't have time to talk about this. It's like, first of all, we have to tell them many other things. The important things that are happening at the moment are not important. They need to learn basic level before we teach them this. But I think we need to hurry up very soon, because we have no time to go step by step as they want it with a traditional education system.
Of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, love, inside of me. In this sense that I can look at you with love, seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow the hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but we'll change it, change it. I would like to tell you mine and my dreams. I would like to go with you into the street. Please don't deny, your love makes me feel alive. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try and to change it. I wanna be loved by you. Loved by you. Loved by you.
After listening to all these considerations regarding climate change, what's your opinion about it? We definitely play an important part in all this matter. Our aim with this episode is to bring more attention to the debate. We really believe that against all these negative changes on the quality of our lives, even small actions make a big difference. Now, the debate is on the stage. Share your opinion with us in social media at Open Space Foundation Facebook and Instagram accounts. This has been our program today. We'll come back next month with a new edition of Artcast Radio.